Hey, you made it to part 4 of your budget project for your financial literacy unit. Now, let's take a look at the directions. For this part of the project, you're going to need to have completed 1, 2, and 3 so that you can come up with an overall eyeball budget. Direction number 1 says, use the amounts from the previous part of the budget project to figure out an overall budget based on the U.S. average income of $41,000 per year, which we calculated gives you $3,416.67 per month in a world without taxes. Step 2. For each step, you'll end up with less money as you plan to pay your bills from your $3,416.67. So every time you pay another bill, you have less money. That makes sense, right? Direction 3. Respond to the questions at the end with detail and consideration. This is the wrap up. So you're synthesizing, you're taking and thinking about and squishing all of the ideas that you have about this so that I can see what you've learned. So take your time with it. Part A. This is from this one where you decided where you wanted to live. So part A, housing. Look at your housing choice from part 1. Find out how much you're left over when you subtract your housing from your take-home pay. This is already part of that handout, so just move the information over. So choose either the apartment or the house, right? You're only going to live in one place. So you take the amount of rent or mortgage and you subtract it from this. And the number that you get here, this is your new available income. Whatever you spend on rent, you can't spend on anything else. It's gone. Part B, transportation. Look at your car choice from part 2. So which of the 3 cars that you looked at did you decide that in this imaginary world that we're thinking about, you would be paying for? You take this new amount that you got for part A and you put it right in this spot, okay? Then you subtract from that the car cost, and whatever you end up with is your available monthly income. So you take your $3,000 that you begin the month with, you pay for your mortgage or your rent, then you make your car payment, and now we're going to take away your cell phone expenditure. So for your cell phone expenditure, thinking about what you learned in part 3 of this, which is this one here. Thinking about which of the phone plans you were going to go for, subtract your monthly cell phone payment. So going back to the ideas that were in number 3, if you paid for your phone up front, you're going to have a lower monthly payment, but that month you had to give away all that cash all at once. If you're going to spread out the cost of the phone, your monthly payment is going to be higher. So whatever you start with for the month, minus rent or mortgage, minus your car payment, minus your cell phone. Now, miscellaneous expenses. Miscellaneous means like other or not specific category. This is new. So, use your available income from part C above, which is here. Now you're going to subtract $300 a month for food, restaurants, Uber Eats, Starbucks, Jack in the Box, etc. Okay, you like Postmates? Cool. You want to take everybody out for pho? Fine. You want a smoothie every day? No problem. But it ain't free. So whatever, we're going to just budget $300. That's not that much. I have a family of 5 and I spend about $200 to $250 when there's not a pandemic when I go to the market every week. So talk to your parents, ask them what food costs. For number 3, subtract $50 a month for gasoline, which is really a low amount, but it's the number that we're using. Depending on your car, how far you drive, what type of gas you want, if you have a hybrid. We're using $50 because it was kind of the middle of the road number that I found. This doesn't even include car insurance, which is required, which is expensive. Talk to your grown-ups. We're not going to worry about it, but I just want you to know about it so you're not shocked. Okay, now that you did all of this, what is left? What is your reaction? This is me every month after I pay my bills. Now, tell me your reaction and tell me why. Now, for this part, there's nothing to write down, but consider other life expenses. Clothes, shoes, vacations, birthdays, video games, dating, haircuts, skincare and makeup, medicine, vet visits, pet food, eventually, maybe, diapers, formula, baby clothes, kids' shoes, jackets, haircuts, all that stuff for the kid, birthday parties, Christmas. Consider all of that, okay? It is not free. Part E, reflection and wrap up. What are your feelings about the cost of adulting, and why do you feel this way? There's not really a wrong answer. The only way to get this wrong is to be just like too short and too brief so that I don't understand what you mean. Number 2, what are some of the things that you learned from this budget project? Every year I change it a little bit, and depending on the answers that I get for this section, I adjust it for the following year. So this is really helpful to me. Number 3, what questions do you still have? I always want to do more. Number 4, do you think that you would want a job that will make you the average $41,000 a year, or would you prefer a job that pays more, or maybe less? Explain. Number 5, how important is a person's education in determining what job they can get? Don't feel like you have to give me a specific type of answer, okay? So you don't have to say, you must go to college. You don't have to say education is the most important thing. It's a real question. Your thoughts are perfectly valid. Just tell me what you think. Number 6, do you have a new understanding or empathy for adults in your life? Why or why not? Number 7, what are your impressions of the cost of living? Did you find the amount of money that Ms. Leon said you would earn was enough to pay for everything that you wanted? How would starting a family change your plans? What did you learn from this project? And then to wrap up the whole thing, it says, what does the quote in blue have to do with the future? Opportunity is missed by most people because it is dressed in overalls and looks like work. That was said by Thomas Edison, the light bulb guy. And then I gave you a sentence starter here. The quote relates to a person's future in the sense that you will get rid of these ellipses and you will put your thoughts. And then there's like one of these little Bitmoji guys here. And you'll submit this to me. It is due over the weekend, and Monday you have a new piece to think about. It's still financial literacy, or related to money, I should say. And we're going to take what we know, our prior knowledge that we have built up these past couple of weeks, and we're going to think about interest on like credit cards, and we're going to think about minimum wage. Minimum wage is the minimum pay that an employer can give their people who work for them, their employees, for working. And it's a really complicated and complex, very interesting and debate-worthy topic, and it will directly affect you. There's no way around this. And so you need to go into it with some knowledge and ready to say what you think, and also ready to change what you think when you get new information. I am so proud of you for getting to this point. I just cannot say enough good things about the hard work that I'm getting, and I really appreciate that you're working, because these videos and these projects are a lot of work for me, and you are worth that. And I will do all the work that I need to do. And I know that you're going to come through too, because your education is important to me and it's important to you. And I'm proud of you. And I really want you to know that. Let me know if you have questions. You have my email, my Schoology, my Instagram, my website, my phone number. Reach out. Love you.